take a good look. And if you're wondering why I'm panting, I had to go up and down all the while to capture everything, all the while having to come back down once I notice that these devices are starting to time out on the auto lock thing. So after an immense workout, I finally got all of them, and honestly I don't care about getting the 2G on again. Welcome to the Christmas special. Yeah, what a workout, huh? Honestly, this is just a reflex. I keep tapping them on to reset. But I just took a photo of all of these devices. So there's 7 full-size iPads, 5 iPad minis, and then we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21 iPhones, and then 8 iPod Touches. All of them in the original versions. So we have 41 devices that I have to keep on. Now I don't care about keeping them on because because I just took like 2 hours in setting this up, and honestly I don't have a lot of room. I have to take off the cases and I have to charge them. So it took me like a day just to charge all of these. All have a turn on the respective charging cables. So I have 3 lightning cables, and then I have 2 30-pin connectors. And finally, you'll see the photos if I care about putting them up in this video. But certainly they'll be on Blue Sky or Twitter, whichever one you prefer. But there you go. Christmas special. We're going to be talking about these devices just one by one, and also previewing exactly what we're going to do next year, because the slate for this year's videos is over, so it's done. We've covered all of iPhone OS 1 to iOS 6, so all of the devices, including the first 5 iPod Touches, including the blue one. I don't know why I singled out the blue one in particular. We covered the iPhone, from the original iPhone to the iPhone 5. We covered the first 4 iPads. Here's a hint on what's coming next. And then we also covered the original iPad mini. Now it's going to continue. And then next year I thought, me finishing off the entirety of the skeuomorphic era is a perfect way to wrap it up. But as you can see, there are, of course, more stories to tell. So we have iOS 7, we have iOS 8, iOS 9, and their respective devices. So we have Mini 2, Mini 3, Mini 4. We have the Air 2, Air 1, Air 2, and then the 9.7-inch iPad Pro. Over on the iPhone front, we, of course, have the 5C and the 5S. We're going to take a look at both. We have the 6 and the 6 Plus, which is buried under these devices. And then we have the 6S, 6S Plus, we have the SE, we have the 7, and of course we have, the iPhone 10 and the 10S in both sizes. So we're going to be taking a look at all of them. That's right, all of them. We will get to them, but if you haven't watched it yet, you should totally go watch the Never Updated series. You'll love it. Of course, the coming year, we have some more different types of content. We're going to be looking at prototypes. We're just waiting for them to ship because there's more than one. And I have a few more things I want to talk about. I want to give a massive, massive thank you to Love to Dream. He gave me this iPad 4 on iOS 6. Wait, there you go. Brand new, still in the box, still with the original accessories, as you can see here. And it's still running iOS 6. It's never been opened periodically. It gets charged, but it's never been used. And I would cherish this forever. There's a reason why it's not part of the gang over there, because these are my collections. But gifts-wise, yeah, this is one of the very, very best. I am super, super thankful. Thank you so much, Love to Dream. You are an awesome, awesome lad. Was an absolute pleasure meeting you. I have some more news for next year's content, because we're not just going to be looking at just the phones. Yeah, I wonder what this is. I wonder what these are. If I focus in on them, you will see. That's right. These are all Apple Silicon chips that I have obtained by literally, yeah, breaking open these iPads. This is where they're coming from. So, these Apple Silicon chips are a new series where we're going to look at a very lay person's view, because I absolutely have zero expertise in Apple Silicon chips, but it is an opportunity for us all to learn together and to really understand in a deeper level how iOS devices work. I thought, why not start with the Apple Silicon chips? Because, you know, before the M1, there are these, and these power these, which somehow they're not all asleep yet. The iPad front, they're all asleep. On the iPhone front, some phones are still kicking, so I might have to lock them very, very soon. But it's going to be a fun series. We're just going to be looking at chip by chips, and not so much device by device. We're also going to be looking at some of the technologies within those chips, how it powers all the features, and we're also going to look at, you know, the rhyme or reason why sometimes iOS software updates aren't available for a certain device. Now, there is some logic. I'm not going to say it's perfectly logical, but there is some logic, and a lot of it has to do with the chipset. But yes, right. We have finally come to the section of the Christmas special where I'm just going to quickly go over all 41 of them. By quickly, I mean very, very quickly. Are you ready? Let's start with the iPad front. This iPad 1 I got for $20. It's on iPhone OS 3.2, of course, that's why I got it. It also has iOS 4 and iOS 5, including 2 beta versions, which is insane. The iPad 2 actually comes with its own box, but the box is not original, unfortunately. But it's cellular. iPad 3 is an iPad 3, the second one, actually, because the first one got an expanded battery, even though it's new, but, you know, after 12 years of being in storage, what will not explode. We have the iPad 4 here, which I used to have one in 32 gigs without Wi-Fi. This one is 64 gigs with cellular. In fact, this is also cellular, that I kind of want to replace this with. I'm not selling this, but I kind of want a second iPad 4 on iOS 6 because I broke that one. We have an iPad mini. This one I got for $70 some odd. By the way, if you're wondering how much I got these for, this is like 40, 40. And I got these two, so I think this is for 50 and this is for 40. On iOS 6, I got this because it is slate. Okay, it has the nice slate. That's all there is to it. The iPad mini, this one I got for $70 to replace the first one that I accidentally dented and later sold to someone who doesn't care about dents. Okay, we have the iPad mini 2. This one actually, I got it from someone for $50. If you turn it over, there you go. There's an engraving, which is to somebody that works at a firm that is local. I don't know what they do, apparently garments, but it's still running iOS 7 because they didn't use it. Apparently it was a company prize during one of their events. We have the iPad mini 3 on iOS 8, and honestly, this one is going to be very, very fun to do. I got this for $40 because, you know, it's the iPad mini 2, but with Touch ID. That's the entire story. The iPad mini 4 is a white whale of mine. Because the Mini 4 on iOS 9 is surprisingly hard to find, but I finally found one, so yay me, including the smart cover. I will show all of this to everybody when we do get to the Mini 4. Okay, iPad Air. This one is for $50. Nothing special, 7.1, not 2. Oh, by the way, this is on 7.0.4, so this has the... if I can show you right now real quick. It has the, there we go, the iOS 7.0. Well, this is 7.1, so if I can show you. There you go. So, slightly different versions. We have the Air 2, which is, I got it for $70 way, way back. I didn't even want one, but I have one now. I have the iPad Pro 9.7 inch. I don't have the pencil, but I have the original smart cover and the case. Okay, so that's the iPad. So we've gone through a few of them. This iPhone is, I think, wait, let me see if this one is dented. Oh yeah, this one's dented. Okay, so I do have a story. I went to Shenzhen and, well, this guy just gave it to me after I asked about the iPhone 2G. It's like, oh, I couldn't figure this out. Maybe you can. And true to my word, I did promise him I'll figure it out, and I did figure it out. It was stuck on iPhone OS 3, but I got this one for absolutely free. I just want to shout out to that guy in the Shenzhen phone store who entertained this kid asking about the 2G. This 2G I got locally. That it looks fantastic. It just has a mushy power button. There we go. The iPhone 3G, I got it for like $30. You've seen this before. The 3GS, this is the second 3GS because, or the first one I got, because the second one that's on 3.1, I broke the SIM slot, so I want to make sure that I have one with a working SIM slot. Everything is working because that's my standard for collecting these things. And this one was a donation to me. I got this for free. This was on iOS 5, and I downgraded to iPhone OS 3 because of the fact that it's open. This iPhone 4 I got relatively late. This is $70. But it comes with iOS 4 and a ton of apps that I still did not bother to remove. Namely because there's a ton of apps, even though it's jailbroken. It has a great battery because they swapped out the battery before they sold it, and I bought it. I bought it for $70 because of just the condition. Otherwise, it's not worth $70 if you find a random iPhone 4 and iOS 4. Especially if you don't mind downgrading, yeah, definitely not worth $70. But I got one because they swapped out the battery, and the condition looks perfect, and the battery life is awesome. Okay, I have two iPhone 4Ss. The black one is, yeah, it's been opened before. The battery has been swapped out, but it has a bonus. I kind of want to sell this until I remembered. What is the time in Berlin? This is on iOS 5.1. So, Siri still functions on this iPhone 4S, which is not the case for this one. Now we have Wi-Fi. Now I can show you. There you go. Because it's on 5.0, the certificates have expired, so it would not even try to do voice recognition because it just couldn't physically connect to the server. We have this iPhone 5. This one was originally the property of iDevice Archive, but he retired from the game, and I got it off of him. This was way back in 2019, so yeah, it's been out for like half a decade now. It still belongs with me, and it's the one that you've seen in this video. So yeah, the first row, all of these you've already seen in my videos. This is the white one that you've also seen. This one I got locally for $70. I got it just because I want the silver one. No real explanation to this. Okay, let's go. Yeah, you know what? Let's gather up the iPod Touches and just throw it onto the iPads so I don't end up sending an iPhone or two, a rare iPhone or two, into the floor, and thus the shadow realm. Okay, this is an iPhone 5C, which I didn't want because this is not perfect. Even though it's on iOS 7, the shell has been swapped. So the back casing does not match whatever is on the in the software. And you know what? Let me just check real quick. This one, yeah, didn't have its back swap, so I can actually show you the back casing without and the IMEI without much trouble because yeah, the IMEI on the back case is not the IMEI in the system. That is not the case for both of these iPhone 5Ss. Now, there is a reason why I got two of them on iOS 7, because I can just show you the dialer. Yeah, one of them is on iOS 7.0, the other one is on 7.1. Ooh. Okay, we have the iPhone 6. It's on 8.2. Just so have one on iOS 8. That's really it. We have one on no, sorry, this is 8, yeah, they're both on A2. What am I talking about? This is also an A2. This is a 6 Plus. This is an iPhone 6s on iOS 9. I got both of these. Right, this one you've already seen. This one you've seen on I bought all of these for $100. So it's this iPhone 6. So I kept it until now, and I'll keep keeping it. Okay, the 6s. I got it for relatively cheap. I think this is $60. It's running iOS 9. $60, I say cheap because if you have one that is activated on iOS 9, meaning that it's not stuck on the setup app, because you cannot set these up with iOS 9. If you have a 6S, a 6S Plus, or an SE, you just cannot activate them on iOS 9 because rumor has it that, okay, Apple actually did disable it, but rumor has it the reason why they did so, it's because of radiation concerns by the French government. It's never been confirmed. I like to tell people that this is the reason, but there's never been an official answer, and we're not going to get an official answer, let's be real. So anything to do with A9, so 6S, 6S Plus, SE, I got all of these for, I think, $60 each. And the this is cellular, by the way, on iOS 9. You can use it. It's still functional on iOS 9. That is $100. It's super, super rare. So I'm glad to get all 4 of these for a great price. We have an iPhone 7 Plus that is in jet black. There you go, jet black, iPhone 7 Plus on iOS 10. Don't worry, I have a case for it. Okay, so we have a final couple of iPhones to show you. So we have an iPhone 10 on iOS 11. I have a story. This used to belong to a collector, and until it came into my collection, came into my possession, the charging board has never been used. It's only been wirelessly charged. That's right. The previous owner wirelessly charged because he's a fellow collector. And I bought it off of him because he needed money. And then we agreed on, I think, $150. Same thing with this iPhone XS. Does not belong to a collector, but it belonged to someone. And this XS Max is a visual aid because they upgraded to a XS Max. Not this one, but another color. The XS Max. This one is space gray. Yeah, space gray. So yeah, he upgraded to a space gray XS Max, and that's what he used. And this one, he just never sold it. Sat in his home unused until he sold it to me on iOS 12. I got it and I bought it. Okay, and finally, the crown jewel and the latest one, because I've been looking for this for an entire year, ever since I started. Yeah, I started with 7 devices. I ended up with 41. So this is an iPhone XS Max on iOS 12, and the one that I've been looking for since the very beginning of me trying to look for these. It's in gold. That's the reason why it's why they're so hard to find. And it's on iOS 12, and it's an iPhone XS Max. So yeah, there you go. So here's all 41. And I've been at this since 11 p.m. Now it's crossed over to December 25th. I might have a big day tomorrow, so I'm just glad to get all of these done and taking a group photo. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Wow, it's been 20 minutes, but I'm going to cut this down, so it's not going to be 20 minutes while you are watching this, but it's 20 minutes on the iPhone. But yeah, that is all of my devices and a preview of what's coming up in 2025. Thank you so much for watching. Like, seriously, I've been blown away by the reception of my videos last year because I'm just a collector. I want to do a video archive of all of these devices. Because I travel a lot, I won't be able to hold them in my hands all the time and touch them. So having a video record is very, very nice. And yeah, I'm aiming to make more of these videos. I'm going to aim to make all of videos for all of these, and of course, right, the Apple Silicon series, and we're gonna look at some prototypes. So again, 3 new series, well, not really 3 new series, more like 2 series and 2 new series and 1 series that we're continuing to look forward to. And I certainly hope that you enjoy, because I've enjoyed making this video. I've enjoyed making videos for all of you. And it's been great. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas, or if you're not watching this on day one, have a very nice rest of your holiday season, and have a very nice new year 2025. We'll see you then. This is the final video of the year 2024. So if you're going to be seeing a new video, then you probably are in 2025. And don't accuse me of lying. But anyway, I am going to go and collect all of these devices and put them back into the IKEA cart of destiny right here. So yeah, I'm just gonna sign off for now. It's been really, really fun making this video. It's been fun making all the videos. All right, I've said enough. My throat is dry. Thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays.